Let's just say we get it at 450. We put 150 into it. We're all in at 600. And the deal's worth 750 or 800, okay? So even if you were in it at 650 and you could get 800 out of it, I mean, even if you had $50,000 worth of closing costs and realtor fees and stuff like that, you know, you're gonna make 100 or 150 grand on this deal. Good morning, happy Monday. Okay, let me tap on the screen. Happy Monday, and we're out here looking at this property, okay? This is a property we just picked up. I'm meeting somebody out here to get a lockbox put on the property. We're going to do our inspection period and we're gonna make it frickin' happen. Make your goals and your dreams a frickin' reality. This morning it's like 9. We picked this property up for $455,000. I wanted to pick it up for like 430, okay, 430. We always negotiate price first and then term. Finally, we agreed on price, and then they said, hey, you know, we want more earnest money. So I said, we'll do $5,000 in earnest money, and we'll open escrow today. We'll buy it as is. We started negotiating terms, and then we finally got to the terms that we wanted on that deal. We ended up having to put $5,000 worth of earnest money here. I'm gonna show you guys something though. One thing that could kill this deal, I'm not entirely sure yet. So obviously when you walk in here, the house has been totally gutted. You just have studs, right? Studs everywhere. Because I'm in here, you know. Just one stud though. The guy behind the camera, he's not a stud. So this would be the master bedroom, okay? You got the master closet right here. Master bathroom, okay, so you have one bedroom. Let's just count here really quick. Count with me. So we have 2 bedrooms, right? 3 bedrooms, a bathroom. Okay, so you have 3 bedrooms on this side of the house. This originally was probably like a living room, I would imagine. Okay, it's obviously really broken up. This thing was built a long time ago. Here, let's pull it up really quick. I'll pull up the property, right? It's basically a 3-bed, 2-bath. So here's what it looked like before. Okay, so super outdated. We're standing in this room right now. So if you guys can see that little entryway right there, is this entryway right here to the left, okay? So there's a big window right there. So that was this big window. So there would have been a window right here, okay? The wall would have come probably to about right here. So just to give you guys an idea of what the property used to look like. You have the roof that goes all the way up like this in this picture right here, all right? So that would have been the front of the house a long time ago. I'm gonna show you guys the backyard really quick and show you what. So obviously, we're gonna try and wholesale this deal, but we might take it down for ourselves too, okay? So anytime you're looking at a property, if you're just a wholesaler, obviously you're just locking properties up trying to flip them, right, for a quick profit. And I'm asking myself, hey, you know, maybe we buy this deal, right? Maybe we take it down ourselves. And the one thing that I noticed first of all, massive backyard. And I'm actually gonna go to Monsoon. If you're a real estate agent, you have access to Monsoon. It's basically just the tax records of the property. Look at how big that lot is right there compared to all these other lots in the area. It's a massive lot compared to everything else. And we do have other properties, right, that have sold for $725,000, $690,000, $556,000. We have one active. I'm gonna click this one right here. The thing is, if you look at that deal right there, you can actually see these buildings back here. So check out these buildings. So they just built another wall right here. The one thing that you gotta ask yourself is a new buyer, right, that buys this house for, let's just say, $800,000. So $455,000 acquisition price, $800,000 would be like the ARV. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less, it would just depend. But are they gonna mind having this big building back here, right? Anytime you're looking at real estate, you know, you're always looking for commercial buildings behind the property. You're looking for main road. You're looking for power lines. Okay, we have no power lines here. We do have a power line over here, but notice they did that. That is a new fence right there, okay? So if you look at that fence, you know, the fence is probably, I don't know, what is that, an 8 or 10 foot fence probably? I'm short, man. I'm like 5 freaking What am I, junior? 5'9", 5'10"?
5'10".
Guys, this could be a good deal, by the way. Here's what I would do if it was me. I would knock all of this down right here, if you guys can see this in the video, and I would put up some really nice big like trees or something. That's what I would do, and then you wouldn't even see that building. But it is a good looking building. The only downside is you got people that can see into your backyard from their office space. You do have the power lines coming here, but that's actually how these older houses like this get power. This isn't Arcadia, okay? But like if you go a couple more miles to the east, you're in Arcadia or Arcadia Light. You know, you're gonna have to decide what you want to do with the pool. You probably don't want the pool on this side of the house, but you know, you might want it over here, right? It just depends on the buyer. You could fill this pool up, okay, with dirt, you know, go over the top of it with landscaping. You would never know that the pool was here, or you could leave it here. It just depends on what the end buyer is gonna want. These are things that we're looking at when we're looking at a deal like this. Anytime you're out locking real estate up, you got to make sure you're going and you're walking the property. I'm gonna blast this out, okay, as a wholesaler. I might take it down myself too. I'm gonna get some feedback from some buyers. I'm gonna run some numbers. Let's just assume that I was wholesaling it, okay, for the purpose of this conversation. I gotta be able to answer questions, right? When a buyer calls me, I gotta be able to say, hey, it backs up to commercial property. They got the new wall. The pool's over there, right? It was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,600 square feet. I gotta be able to know this information. If a buyer calls me and I've never walked the property, how can I sell the deal, right? I gotta sell the freaking deal. Guys, again though, look at this backyard. The backyard is freaking huge, okay? So.
This would be a nice house though.
Yeah.
Fixed up.
So guys, I think probably 150 grand to make this house, you know, really nice again. It needs a lot of work. I might even be able to get the price down a little bit on this one, so that's another thing you can think about. But anytime you lock up a deal too high, maybe you look at it, the condition's not exactly what you wanted it to be. So 2-car garage, you could probably do like another, like a guest house or like an RV garage or like a shop or something out in the backyard, as you guys saw a minute ago. We could go back and we could renegotiate the price on this deal a little bit if we need to. Let's just say we get it at 450. We put 150 into it. We're all in at 600 and the deal's worth 750 or 800. Even if you were in it at 650 and you could get 800 out of it, I mean, even if you had $50,000 worth of closing costs and realtor fees and stuff like that, you know, you're gonna make 100 or 150 grand on this deal. Not a bad deal, okay guys? Not a bad deal. Not an amazing deal either though. Not an amazing deal. Not right where we're at right now. If we buy this deal, we gotta open this whole thing up, right? This floor plan is extremely odd. When you walk in the front door, this is like total 1960, 1970, or even like 1950, okay? Which is when I think this house was built. So you're probably gonna have to knock down some walls. You might have to raise the roof too. I was talking to the owner a little while ago, and you might have to lift the roof up and raise the roof a little bit to get those taller ceilings, right? Which is what people are after, especially if they're gonna pay $800,000 or $900,000 for this deal. You might have to lift the whole roof off this property and get those tall ceilings that everybody wants. You know, it's 10 or 12 or even 14-foot ceiling. The structure is good, the foundation is not bad. Okay, it's very uneven. It's very uneven. In some places you can see, but that's just part of the demolition process. So, yeah. Get out there, get some real estate deals under contract, negotiate. Okay, by the way, guys, we got this deal from a text message lead, okay? So we texted the owner of the property. The owner of the property texted us back, said make an offer. Then he got his real estate agent involved. He didn't want to do the deal with us. He wanted to get his real estate agent involved. I happen to be an agent, so one of my guys brought the deal to me. He said, hey, can you just negotiate directly with the real estate agent? And I said, yeah. So I got on the phone with the real estate agent. I negotiated with her, and here we are, right? I met the owner of the property here this morning. The agent came shortly after, and we're just making it happen, okay? I'll keep you guys posted on this deal. I'll let you know what we decide to do. And yeah, let's get out there. Let's freaking make it happen, all right? All right, so now we're here in my office. We're sitting here, and I wanted to talk to you really quick about a couple of more things before we wrap up this video. Obviously, we're talking about driving for dollars. You know, obviously I talked a lot about the property, right? What we're looking to do with it, you know, potentially a wholesale deal. There's also a really good possibility that we take that deal down, okay? So just understand that, you know, when you're in this industry, right, there's a million ways you can do a deal, but really quick, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of other things, okay? So I'm just gonna give you guys a couple of free resources that I use. This is not I'm not getting paid to show you guys what I use, okay? Understand that. I'm just showing you. I actually do not have any affiliate links or anything with what I'm about to show you, okay? So for list pulling, a couple of things that I use are Rebo Gateway, Property Radar, List Source, okay? And then also you can obviously go to your county's permit manager site for like code compliance stuff, okay? Skip tracing, you can do like batch skip tracing. Right here's some other ones. You can just kind of look up REI skip, bellslink.com, okay? Smaller quantity, white pages spoke you of, fast people search. And then for dialing right now, we do use Zyncall. You can use Mojo. There's some other ones too. And then really quick, for like mapping, this mapping software, and again, I do not have any affiliate links or anything with any of these people whatsoever, but you can actually pull like a column from an Excel spreadsheet of addresses and it'll actually map it out. So if you're out driving for dollars, whatever the case is, I just did a quick Google search and found that software. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe down below. Let me know what you'd like to see in future videos, and I hope that you enjoyed this video.